Look, I can see it. I'm like, look at in the corner
Oh my
selling.
goodness.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna get these guys. Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
I'm selling lollipops. Yeah, you gonna buy three, right? Thank you, appreciate it. Oh, they got you, bruh. She got
I'm
you.
joking.
Buddha bless this beat.
What's going on, crypto cousins? It's your Bitcoin baby daddy here with another episode of Crypto and Culture. So today we have Ashley Wright, CEO of the Wright Success. I like the way that sounds. The Right Success and Study Cryptos. Ashley, thank you so much. I've been following you on Instagram. You know, I've been Instagram stalking, but following you on Instagram, I've seen you in crypto. Seen you've been doing some interviews, some other link ups. Saw you at like Acon when he was talking about Acoin. I'm like, hold up, she moving. So welcome, Ashley. Thank you so much for joining. Go ahead and tell my audience. Wow. Go ahead and tell my audience a little bit about yourself.
Okay, thank you so much, Mackenzie. I'm so excited to be, being able to connect with you. I think that you're doing so many amazing things. And, especially when it comes to your work, you are hilarious
I
and you're
try.
working hard. I don't even think you try. I think you're just natural at it, which is good.
Oh,
I like to say that I wear many hats.
yeah.
I do have a few different businesses. But as you mentioned, I have the Right Success that is focused on self-development, business coaching, and also most of it is really coaching and helping people to become the better versions of themselves or the best version of themselves. So I'm very passionate about seeing people grow and develop, and even develop their mindset. And then, of course, my other business, Study Cryptos, is all about teaching people about cryptocurrency and about blockchain. And so, I had a lot of people coming to me about that, wanting to learn more. And so I put together an online class where people can just go on there, learn that information wherever they are, whenever they want. And so those two right now, I'm pushing for it. And that's pretty much how we got connected, just through social media, being in the
No,
same
no,
space.
don't telling them I had to reach out. Just like always, the man had to reach out and say, "Hey, I like what you doing. I need you on the show." So my audience, don't give them that nonsense. Don't give them that nonsense. But anyways,
Yes.
I don't even mean to go all that. But yes, CEO Right Success, and where you do the coaching, and then the Study Cryptos where you get into intro to blockchain. Now, that's just what we doing right now. But let's go back. So, like, what's a little bit about your background? Like, where do you come from? Like, how did you even get to here? Because we're gonna get to this cryptos and all this knowledge, but let's see, like, what brought you to this industry before?
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, I got involved with business from the
Okay.
age of about 16 or 17.
So you were hustling?
Yes,
Oh,
hustling. I
whoa!
was
You were
very
selling
young.
lollipops? Oh, nah. What is it? The
How did you
foundation?
know?
Look, I can see it. I'm like, look at in the corner
Oh my
selling.
goodness.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna get these guys. Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
I'm selling lollipops. Yeah, you gonna buy three, right? Thank you, appreciate it. Oh, they got you, bruh. She got you.
I'm joking. But
But
my parents got involved in business. They started their own marketing company,
that's good.
and so I was around them. I got introduced to it at that age, and really, I started to learn about what it takes to build a business, what it takes to, when it comes to marketing, developing products, building a team, and so literally, I've been, I grew up developing that mindset where you need to be in business for yourself. Um, and understanding that you need to work on yourself and self-development. And so, just following the footsteps, we've been able to, help a lot of people change their lives as well, and also make a difference. And that's kind of where I'm like, you know what? When I was introduced and I was able to see other people that, developed their mindset and been able to change their life because of business opportunities, I'm like,
Right.
this is what I want to do. Because it's great if you can be successful, but if you can help other people, then that's where it's just amazing. And so I fell in love with that. And that's pretty much why I came up with the idea of the Right Success, because I wanted to promote inspirational content, and also not only to inspire people, but I want to get them to motivate them to the point where they're willing to take action and,
Mm.
follow their dreams, follow their goals, and also pursue business. And so that's pretty much how I was able to come up with that business. And, I've been doing that ever since. And I'm so excited because I get to work with a lot of amazing people, and get to see the growth. Yes, you.
Sorry.
Oh my
But all right,
gosh.
but no. So I really do like what you just said because you were talking more about helping other people, and I think
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot. A lot of people don't understand. Like when it comes to business, if you want to start a business, you have to think of a product. But if you have to think of a product, you have to think of a need someone else wants.
Correct. That's right.
And so it comes from, so when it's always about business, it's always coming from a sense of, I want to help somebody else. And if I have this
Mm-hmm.
skill to help somebody else, then over time, I will be able to monetize that skill because I'll be the only
Exactly.
person to do it, or at least do it
Exactly.
better than, oh, Joe over there that's doing whatever, whatever. But my shit is hot. Like my shit got flavor.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Don't go to that
Mm-hmm.
store over there. Come over here. You feel me?
Exactly. Exactly. And
But
sometimes that's what it is. You just have to find that edge, something that makes you different compared to everybody else. You know what I mean?
tell
Yeah.
him. Tell him. I'm sorry. Um, but
Oh, God.
I'm like running through ideas in my head. I'm like, oh, she hits on that. All right, we could talk about that. She hits on that. Oh, I can get into that. So don't mind me. Don't worry, I'm cutting this part out or not. It sounds good. It really does. But
Mhm.
so going back into the conversation, helping people. So, in the
Yes.
concept of helping people, you want to coach and help people. Now, let's get
Mhm.
into like the cryptocurrency. How did you get into cryptocurrency? Like, how did like I my audience, they know how I got into cryptocurrency. It's embarrassing, very. I've
Mhm.
said it many times, but I got in like late 2017, like literally like the highest price of Bitcoin, like
Yep.
the day of, and that was like the first time I bought it. I'm like, what is this crazy thing? And
Mhm.
ever since then, I dropped down the rabbit hole and got lost. But of course, the price has been going down since then, and we're going through all
Yes.
this correction and blah blah blah, and the halving and blah. And no one's trying to go through all that right now. But
Mhm.
tell us how you got into crypto.
Yeah,
I'd love to know.
definitely. I mean, I have a lot of different business partners that I think this was back in about 2016, at the beginning of 2016, but they were telling me about it. And I'm like, okay, Bitcoin, I don't know. I was a little bit skeptic at first. But either way, I still jumped in, got my hands on some Bitcoin, started to learn a little bit more about it. And then I saw the amount of Bitcoin that I have and the value of it start to increase. And I'm like, whoa, okay, I didn't put any more money in there, but it's growing. And I'm like, this is interesting, right? And if you're able to make money without doing anything, that right there is key.
What?
So, right? And then I'm like, you know what? Let me look into this. And so this whole time, I'm promoting it on social media. And I'm like, okay, people know that I'm that person that's doing crypto. Nobody believes in, the hype around it yet because it was still very, very new. And, I just got introduced to it. And I'm like, this is amazing. And so it was later down the road when I had the opportunity to sit down with one of the co-founders of Ethereum, and he was talking to me about crypto and blockchain. And so at first, when I got into the industry, I'm like, listen, I just want to make some money. I want to invest and whatnot. But after sitting with him, he opened my eyes to the power of blockchain and the fact that there's a lot more opportunities in blockchain compared to just cryptocurrency alone. And so I've been on it all the time. I'm excited. Oh my goodness. I mean, I like to claim the title crypto queen, you know?
Ooh, hold up. Hey, Nikki, nah, you done.
Oh
You're
my
done,
gosh,
Bress. You're
stop.
done. But now continue.
I'm
Oh,
claiming that title right now.
oh, crypto queen. All right, excuse me,
Yes,
queen.
queen.
Excuse
Queen.
me. Humble servant here. But so back to, you said something that I like, because when having conversations, I like listen and I got to take notes.
Yes,
But
no problem.
you said you put in money into Bitcoin and you watched the value go up and you didn't have to do anything. Now, this is,
Yes,
well, people like to call that like passive income in the sense of like
correct.
whatever. But it wasn't really you not doing anything, because not only did you have the, how will I put it, like the group of friends you were around were business minded and were into like that and not just doing like whatever's on social media or whatever,
Correct.
but you're around the audience and the people to learn about this new type of digital money thing. So you were already putting into the work of learning
Yes,
about something new. So
yes,
you
that's
so you
right.
put it in work. So you earned that money. Just saying.
Correct. You're right. I like how you phrase that. And I
Yeah.
think exactly what you said is, opportunities come, but it's about whether or not you're prepared. Because when opportunity and preparedness meet, then that's when you're successful, right? So those kind of go hand in hand, which I like what you said.
Oh, of course. Great minds think alike. Come on now.
Exactly.
So also, you said you met the co-founder of Ethereum, not Vitalik, but the who is it? The other one.
Actually, so I believe it or not. So the gentleman, he's actually from Toronto. Yes, Toronto,
Okay.
Canada. His name is Anthony Diario. So there was him, but I also did actually have the opportunity to meet with Vitalik as well at a different event that happened in Toronto.
Okay, that is dope. That is dope. And you were talking about how essentially this person is the person that like opened your mind. Like, yeah, this is cool. It's a money thing. Like, no. It's deeper than that. Huh? Yes. What do you mean? It's much deeper than that.
Much deeper.
And we can go into like Ethereum DeFi and all that and what's blossoming in there. But of course I had like the same experience where I got into the space and I'm just over here looking at YouTube videos, and then the one person that really like latched on is like, oh no, you don't know what, here, let me show you you're in the matrix right now. All what you believe, like it's really, have you seen the cryptocurrency meme where it's like the blue pill is like the fiat dollar and the red pill is like, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm pretty sure matrix people are going to get mad at me, but it's just sitting there. It's like, if you take the Bitcoin, you'll exit the matrix and you'll see the truth. And I'm like, bro, they lying. These memes ain't even funny. 6 months later, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's all gonna burn. This is all fake. What? The Federal Reserve? Taxes aren't real. What? This money? Let me get some more Bitcoin. Fuck this.
Yeah, you're addicted.
And so it's a drug. It's really like a drug. And then somehow some people might say that cryptocurrency may become like an addiction one day, and it might, because sometimes these returns are really like, it's. Now for me, I didn't get the crazy 2017 but I got a little something, from that 3,000 to 4,000. I'm like, what's up? You feel me? But then I got that 4,000 back to 3,000, that 14,000 back to 3,000,
and you're just like, no.
I'm like, whoa, all right, I see what you're doing. You trying to shake me out. I don't want that. But enough about price, because people always talk about price. And I remember I was having this conversation with someone, and I think I'd love to have that conversation with you. A lot of people in the cryptocurrency space, they don't like the idea of a lot of people being in the cryptocurrency space for money. And I sit here and I think to myself, well, guys, this new technology, because everybody's in it for the technology. Well, this new technology, blockchain.
Yes.
Its very first application, the very first thing that people tried to do with it was create money.
Yep.
So this whole technology is ultimately ingrained in money. Why do you get mad when people come into the space to try to make money? Isn't that the point?
That was the application that they used, right? That they made. So it's like
so I'd never understand this concept, because I'm like, because people on like crypto Twitter, I'm on crypto Twitter. Usually it's just people trolling. That's all it is. It's just trolling. You'll find some decent information from some people, but everybody else is just trolling or selling whatever S coin they got going on. So, but the whole goal of everyone else is preaching is financial freedom. Step away from the Fed, make your own way, make money in this space. I'm like, wait, you guys are a walking contradiction. Yeah. So tell me. So when you got into the space, you're saying you came in this space to make money as well, right?
Yeah, 100%. That is how I saw it initially. And I guess the main reason for that is because I didn't have a great understanding of what blockchain really was and the power of blockchain at that time. But when I realized that, yes, cryptocurrency, yes, we want to make money, but the fact that cryptocurrency itself is more than that as well. Because when you think about it, there's people all around the world that don't even have access to financial institutions, right? And so now with cryptocurrency, everybody literally can become their own bank, right? And giving people access to services that they really, really need. right? Because imagine if we never had the opportunity to even have a mortgage or a car loan and stuff like that. There's people that are already in that situation. And so it's not just about, okay, me trying to, make money, but it's how can we use that technology to help other people around the world. And I was like, wow, I didn't even realize that. And I mean, that's just a little bit of it because, of course, blockchain, there's so much more, but to keep it simple.
We have to keep it simple because like it's really a rabbit hole and it's like layers. It's really layers to this shit. And I'm sorry, guys. There's a reason why I made this YouTube channel because we had to do it. So I want to pivot real quick. Talk about your two businesses a little bit. So you have the coaching business where you're essentially mentoring people to not only be their better selves but like create businesses themselves and motivate them, and you're there coaching them. Now then you have going back to the cryptos, study cryptos. I'm gonna say it right because I gotta make sure to say it. I ain't trying to get in trouble out here. This nigga didn't even say my company name right. Oh my god,
I'll never. Don't worry.
But so study cryptos. Now, how do you feel like when you try to combine those? Like, how do you combine those things together to essentially like saying, oh, there's a young individual here. Like, just say like we'll put it 14-year-old girl. So 14-year-old girl, we'll call her a black girl because she looks just like you. So now you have an attachment to want to help this black girl. Yes. So 14-year-old black girl, she says, oh, I like business and I like money and I like technology, but I don't really know what to do. And so how would you introduce cryptocurrency to this young 14-year-old black girl?
Yes, I love that question. I think that even like right now for myself, I've been doing I do a lot of different workshops throughout the city, right? And more so starting to do a little bit more online as well. But when it comes to youth specifically, it's definitely an area that I'm very passionate about. And when it comes to the technology, for them to be able to understand the very, very basics and be able to understand that they can use this technology and to make, tons and tons of different applications, especially when it comes to blockchain. Right. So I think it's just going back and just starting at the basics, helping them to understand, the basics of what it all really is. But whenever it comes to even youth starting a business, or anytime I talk to anybody about starting a business, I always say, stick to what you're passionate about, stick to something that, you have strong skills in, because the last thing you want is to start a business in an area that's just to make money and you don't even enjoy it. Right. So even for her, I would, tell her the same thing. What part of technology do you really like? Do you really enjoy it? Or is it just because you know that there's money to be made in the space, right? Because I always believe if you follow your passion and you develop the skills to really master those skills, then the money will come afterwards, right? And so actually that reminds me of one of my favorite books, Mastery by Robert Greene, where he talks about being able to master yourself, right? And that, covers lots of different areas, but essentially if you're able to master your own skills in the industry that you're looking to get involved in, then the money will come afterwards. So I think for her, just focus and kind of have that conversation. Okay, what are you really passionate about first? If it is technology, if it is blockchain, then yes, let's learn, let's develop our skills, and then we'll see what kind of opportunities or businesses you can come from that.
Oh, that's a good, how do I put it? That's a very good political correct. Are you running for mayor? You must be running for mayor.
I might.
Oh, okay. I don't know what they call it. I don't know if it's mayor in Canada. I'm over here culturally illiterate.
You're good.
You might be running for the bishop. I don't even know why I said bishop. Like, isn't that like, you know what? Anyways, we're going to continue on to the next thing. But no, I think that was a great answer. So we talked about businesses, talking about their thing.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about the future let's talk about the now, because we haven't even talked about what's going on now that my audience knows a little bit more about you and where your thought processes are. Of course, we've got this corona, like, let me not say it because I need my video, you feel me? We got the kung fu flu out here, and I'm just gonna hey, look, it's Trump's fault, I promise you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
I'm terrible, but let's
the health crisis.
The health crisis. We're gonna. So we have this health crisis going on right now, And it's just timely that the stock market is having one of the worst, at least, the NASDAQ USD having one of the worst months, weeks in years.
Yep.
We also, this is like just recent news that just came up. A lot of, Senate seats and governors and such all sold a lot of money a week before everything crashed.
Exactly.
And so we're slowly starting to see that the corruption in the financial system is still ripened, as it always is.
Yes.
And we're pondering on what might be a financial crisis. We don't know. We have to wait 6 months to really get a real call of a recession. That's what a lot of people don't know. So they're calling it early, but we need 6 months, guys. We have this thing called Bitcoin that is digital gold, right? And of course, with the stock market crashing, Bitcoin crashed as well, giving people an opportunity to, load up on some cheap Bitcoin, some really cheap Bitcoin. Like, look, I was a little salty, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get some more. I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying? So right now, we as cryptocurrencies, we as Bitcoiners, I guess, we understand the economics of this and how this is working. Like, we've been prepared for this essentially. I feel like I've been prepared for this since my first 6 months of being in this space. Like, oh my God, y'all worried about 13%? And so back to my phrasing the question. I'm sorry, I'm phrasing this question really, really long. How do you feel when we understand that we're getting a very good thing at a price right now, but knowing that people are going to get hurt? How do you feel when it, like, sometimes I feel bad because, like, part of me was like, yeah, crash, this is what we want, because now Bitcoin can prove itself and we're gonna be filthy. And then it's like, is this what? Then I'm seeing this unemployment just skyrocket. I got a couple of friends that are bartenders, all of them out of work, and then I sit back and I think, dang, is this really what I wanted?
Yeah.
So how do you combat that feeling? You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it's like a nasty feeling, but it's not really like a nasty feeling because you're the one that's educated. You're the one that's trying to pay attention. And not only that, you're the one that's trying to teach everyone else, hey, please pay attention. This is like, it always happens like this. 10 years, So how do you how do you combat that feeling and just trying to find equilibrium in that?
I just try to focus on the positive or the positive aspects that are there, not focus on the negative. So even when it comes to, so of course with cryptocurrency, I just continue to educate people, right? I mean, this whole thing that's happening, of course, just like you said, it's going to prove that, fiat is not the best way to go, right? It's going to show other people that maybe, cryptocurrency is the thing that's really going to work, right? Because even when we're looking at some of the stats, a lot of the stocks were going down. Bitcoin on the other end, right, was increased at the opposite side, right? So there's still a lot of opportunity there. And then looking at it from a business standpoint, I'm always talking about how people should start their own business. And another area, particular in business that I, was in for a few years was network marketing. And so I always tell people, listen, you have to have more than one stream of income, because moments like this, where unfortunately people are losing their jobs, if you only had one income, what's next? And so an industry like network marketing, where you can have your own home-based business, especially if it's, focused on trading or different services or products, then there you go, you have another stream of income. So just try to shift it from a negative and see, okay, what opportunities are there? What can we learn from everything that's going on right now, to make sure that if for whatever reason something like this was to ever happen again, I know that I'm secured financially, right? So it's just kind of focusing on the positive side.
Okay, great. I love how you try, definitely staying focused on the positive, because you can't save everyone, but
Correct.
You focus on the people that are paying attention to you. And if you hyper focus on them and become that person's best person, then they're going to share the news of you saying, hey, look, this person got me right. They gave me the right success.
The right success. Yes.
All right, I had to throw it in there.
I
I'm
like
sorry.
that. I like that. You did good. That was a good one.
I'm sorry. I had to do it because I was like, how am I going to throw this in here and she's going to catch it? And
Yeah.
you caught it. All right. So then now that we talked about the present, let's talk about the future.
Yes.
So I was watching a video the other day. I'm a very some of my crypto YouTubers that I watch, I'm real selective about them, but one of them is Chico Crypto, and he had this like theory that this American stimulus package that's gonna come in the next maybe 2 to 3 months because they're gonna have to help people that are becoming unemployed.
Correct.
He had this theory that you know Coinbase has this coin called USDC, and it's a stable coin essentially. And he had this theory that the U.S. government, because the U.S. government wouldn't allow anything like a USDC coin to operate in their system unless they are fully in control of it already. That this will be the stimulus package because you can quickly get money to individuals very easily. Because these checks that they say they're going to cut is going to take a long time to get to people. And so what do you think about that? Just having like the US digital dollar, because the Fed has been talking about this US digital dollar for a while now. How do you feel about that being like the USDC coin, and you would have to have like a Coinbase account where they can monitor that all the time and just know exactly what's in your account all the time?
I'm a little bit back and forth, of course, because like you said, they're going to be monitored. They can see everything. At the same time, I think that something like that is needed, right? Where we can still have access to a currency that's stable, but also has all the benefits of cryptocurrency, right? Especially, when you're thinking about, as I mentioned, people around the world that may not have access to financial institutions, for them to be able to have access to a cryptocurrency that is stable, right? Especially when they're in a situation where, if they had, let's say, Bitcoin and it's very volatile, that makes the difference between whether or not they're going to be able to have dinner or not, right?
Right.
So to be able to have a stable coin where, if they get funds, they know that they will still have that same amount later on the day, but they can benefit from all the, the cryptocurrency side of it.
Everything that's new and blossoming and doing all that.
Exactly. So I do say that it's something that we need. I feel like it's definitely going to be around because there's a use for it. And I do think that's the future in terms of, where I guess, when fiat
essentially done, it's gonna have to come to this direction because
correct.
Like I said, kids nowadays, they don't really use like dollars as much and as much. Like my nephews and my nieces and my little brother, they're always like, oh, send me Cash App. Send you Cash App. Aren't you like 10?
Yeah, no one uses cash as much as they used to, but now you can just tap your phone, tap your watch, tap your card, and the money is
it's already digital. It's already there.
Exactly.
Just zoom it
That's
through.
what I always tell people when they're like, I don't know about Bitcoin. I'm like, it's literally the same thing as e-transfer, or you're checking your phone. It's the same thing.
It has a value to it, and it's not really controlled by people like that.
Correct.
And blah, blah. I'm like, well, why do I need that? Oh, never mind. Where's your little brother? He'll understand. Trust me. Hey, you, come here, young one.
Exactly.
All right. So, last thing, what are your future price predictions for Bitcoin? And when I say future, let me put a specific date on it. I would say by the beginning of 2022. What are you expecting?
That's tough. It's so volatile. And
I
don't even know what's gonna happen.
I love it though, but it's the fun part about being in this space. You can guess, be wrong, and be like, whatever. It's volatile.
Exactly. It's true.
Isn't that what the top people do? They're always guessing a number and they're wrong.
Actually.
They're always wrong.
Yeah.
But someone's gonna be right eventually, right?
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. But I think it's tough because everything's going on right now.
Yeah.
The financial market is so unstable, right? I would like to believe that it will go up quite a bit. I can't give an exact number, but I would like to believe that it's gonna, jump. mainly for the reasons that we mentioned earlier, right? People are understanding now that fiat currency, it has a lot of flaws. And so I truly believe after everything is done right now in terms of this financial crisis that we're in, people are going to have a little bit more belief when it comes to cryptocurrency. So I truly believe it's going to jump. How much, I don't know, but I will be taking advantage of it. That's for sure.
Oh, of course, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. All right. So now enough of the good stuff. Where can everybody find you? Where can they get to you? If I want to, I'm out here trying to like just be a better person and do better and build my own business, but I need a little bit of help. I need a little bit of coaching. I need a little bit of vision. So where can they find you?
Yeah. So you can go to thewrightsuccess.com. WRIGHT.
Oh, WRIGHT. Okay.
Yes. Just like my last name. But in terms of the cryptocurrency side, I'm being able to learn about crypto and blockchain, then that's studycryptos.com.
Okay, perfect. You got it. You got to plug the businesses. Got to plug
That's
the
right.
businesses.
That is right.
And where can they find you on social media? Because we've seen that you've been doing some stuff on social media, a couple of videos and whatnot.
Definitely for that, social media, especially Instagram is one of my favorites. Is The Right Success. Try to keep everything simple. Same name. So The Right Success and thewrightsuccess.com.
All right, perfect. Well, Ashley, thank you so much for coming on the show. I had a great time. I know the audience is going to love it. Audience, leave it in the comments below if you made it here so far, because people don't want to make it to the end of the video, but that's why I had to make sure to get you so they can stay. They're like, yeah, what you talking about, Mackenzie? Anyway, yeah. So leave it in the comments below.
Funny.
How do you feel about Ashley? Some of Ashley's answers. How do you feel about her businesses? Leave it in the comments, and she might even comment back because people like the last video and they commented. So comment in the video, leave me a like. Other than that, check me out next time. Take it easy. Peace. Yeah. Hey, you better focus, camera. Stop trying me. Yeah.